Hi, everybody. Bryony here. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are excited to give you a look at ZOOMcatalog, walk you through how suppliers are using it, show you Zoom Studio, and then give you a sneak peek of the all-new ZOOMcatalog that is launching later this year. We have 30 minutes to cover everything, so I'm going to spend 10 minutes on each part and keep it fairly high level. However, if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to type your questions into the chat box, and we're always happy to jump on a one-on-one and do a more in-depth demo for any parts of the tools we show you today. All right, so I'm going to jump in and share my screen. I am seeing some flashing on my Zoom, so I'm going to turn off my video. I'm not sure if that's just on my end, but I think it's a little distracting. So we'll focus on the screens. All right, so ZOOMcatalog is a platform that has been in the industry since all the way back since 2009. We started ZOOMcatalog because we noticed that suppliers were printing and shipping thousands of catalogs every year, and it was difficult for distributors to use them, share them with customers, and find products. Over the years, we have evolved and we offer a number of different tools and solutions related to content creation, distribution, and just making it easier for suppliers to reach distributors, get their content out there, create the content, and ultimately track it and figure out what is working, what's not, and what to do more of. As mentioned, this session is going to be broken up into 3 parts. First, we're going to just do a walkthrough of ZOOMcatalog as it exists today and talk a little bit about how distributors are using it. Then we're going to get into Zoom Studio. Zoom Studio is a platform we've built for promotional product suppliers that make it very simple for your team and your distributors to create catalogs, flyers, lookbooks, presentations, and more with your live product data. And lastly, I'm going to give you all a sneak peek of the new ZOOMcatalog. Now, we've done a couple demos here and there, but this is the first time we're actually presenting it live to a large group. So I would consider it the first time we're really presenting. We're going to show you a few highlights and let you know what's to come. All right, so let's start with ZOOMcatalog. You can see it on my screen. This is ZOOMcatalog.com. As mentioned, our website has been available for over 15 years now. It is visited and used by thousands of distributors and end users every day to find products, catalogs, flyers, and more. Now, there are a couple different things website visitors can do when they arrive on ZOOMcatalog. And the main thing that users start with and have been doing since we built the company is being able to browse and search across supplier catalogs. So when I arrive on the site, I can type a product name, supplier name, keyword, or product ID, and ZOOMcatalog is going to search across all of the industry catalogs and find exactly each page that has that item on it. Now, as you can imagine, if I had all these print catalogs on my desk, I would need multiple desks. I would have a lot of catalogs. It would take me forever to find products in them. But now we instantly show the pages that are available with that product to the person searching. This is a really inspirational way of searching because we're not just showing the individual product thumbnails with a traditional search, but we're showing the pages on which the product is found within each catalog. That means products are grouped with related items, they are featuring lifestyle shots, and it allows the person searching to view what other pages are in that catalog. So we have a lot of distributors that will not only use ZOOMcatalog for inspiration and product research, but they might come here because they're looking for some great lifestyle shots for a social media post or an email blast, or they're looking for content to customize and add to their website. There's a lot of different ways in which distributors are using Zoom. Now, as I'm browsing and I'm looking at these different products, I can click on a product and it will open that catalog to that specific page. So we are now also driving our visitors into supplier catalogs where they can get an enlarged view of the products that they found in the search results, and they can browse through the rest of the pages. This means when somebody finds a product from your catalog on ZOOMcatalog, they can then look at the rest of your catalog. Now, once they find an item that they're interested in, there's a couple different ways in which they can share a ZOOMcatalog. First, the most simple way is they can copy and paste this link into an email. Now you'll notice the URL tells me what page we're looking at, which means when somebody gets that link and clicks on it, it's going to open the catalog to that page. So my customer will click the link and they'll land right here looking at the product I'm recommending. However, I've sent them the whole catalog so they can continue to browse and see what else is available. It's a great way for distributors to put products in front of their customers while still making a recommendation on what they think is best for them. We also see a lot of suppliers utilizing their catalogs in this way. When you're sharing product ideas with a customer, you could direct them to a page in your catalog, but they can browse the rest and then they can share that catalog on. Now, every Zoom catalog is designed to have similar features, and these are optimized for promotional product distributors. So we've kept it nice and clean, and I won't go through all of them because they're fairly self-explanatory, but when I'm in a Zoom catalog, I can search by keyword, view the table of contents. I can even snip images off the page. So if I wanted to maybe grab this little image here, I can snip it out and save it to my computer and then use it as an Instagram post or in a newsletter on my website. So there's a lot of great ways in which they can utilize your Zoom catalog, either to send the whole catalog, a specific page, or even grab images throughout. Now, if you have multiple catalogs on Zoom, they'll also be linked together. So I can jump to the Add an Art full line catalog here. So when I send one, I'm sending all of them along with it. Now, jumping back to the search engine, there's of course other features here. Right now, our holiday catalog section is trending. We love this section during this time of year, as do distributors. They can sort to see all the newest holiday catalogs that suppliers are offering. If you're a supplier and you're thinking of doing a holiday catalog, I highly recommend it. This time of year, distributors love this content because they can build marketing campaigns around them, send these catalogs to customers, and really utilize them to promote different products that suppliers offer for this season. And then the last thing I'll highlight on the search here is that I can also jump to a specific supplier. So if I came onto Zoom and I knew that I wanted to find the Sanmar catalogs, I can simply type in the supplier's name and it's going to show me all the catalogs offered by Sanmar at this time. So I can jump in again and share them as I need, cut images, download pages, and so forth. So that is the search engine on Zoom Catalog. And at the end of the session, we're going to look at the new Zoom Catalog, but we are most definitely going to continue to offer the content search engine, but much more improved. So I'm excited to get to that part. I also want to highlight that we have a customized section on Zoom Catalog. And this is where distributors can go to actually customize unbranded versions of supplier catalogs as their own. So suppliers will upload an unbranded version of their catalog, and then distributors can come here to find the ones they want to make their own. So they can either just search by random, they can sort by latest, they can search, and they can go by category. So they can view all the new 2026 catalogs already, they can view holiday catalogs, or sort by supplier. Once they're logged in, they walk through 3 simple steps: drop their logo, add their contact information, publish, and they'll get their own unique URL to a customized Zoom catalog that they can use now throughout their website, their marketing, their email signatures, social media. So this is just an example of what that would look like. Their contact information will be in the corner and their logo will be on the cover. Wherever they send this link onto, their contact information goes along with it. And the power for suppliers is distributors are just more likely to utilize a custom catalog on their site and share with customers if they can present it as their own. And you will get full tracking on this. So some of you on here already have Zoom Custom. Those of you might be considering it. Either way, when distributors customize, you're going to see exactly who did, how much traffic they drove to it. So you can utilize that as lead and sales information throughout the year. And then we also have customizable flyers. So flyers are a great way to promote a specific product category, maybe a seasonal type flyer like breast cancer awareness. You might be doing a clearance on some items or want to promote certain features of an item. So flyers are generally 1 to 4 pages long, and distributors again can come here and just download and use them as is, or they can customize them as their own. So you can see there are all the new flyers flowing in, a lot to do with holiday specials and promotions right now. And these flyers are just really great for distributors, not only to share with their customers, but just to see what's out there, what is on clearance, what's on sale, what products are great for this time of year. So if you're a supplier and you don't have flyers on ZOOMcatalog yet, I highly recommend you do, and this will carry over into the new ZOOMcatalog, which I'll talk more about in a little bit. Now, we send a weekly email out every Thursday that highlights all the new catalogs and flyers that suppliers have added to the system. This is another great way for you to stay front and center in front of distributors to ensure they're seeing the content you're creating and putting out there. Many of you today probably already create catalogs and flyers, and if they're not on ZOOMcatalog, you're going to be handling that distribution yourself. So you're likely putting them on your website and sending out your own email blast, but then you are limited to your own audience. By adding them to Zoom, you are getting that enhanced distribution. Thousands of distributors are coming here every day. We're sending out these emails, ensuring distributors know what's new. And we also have a really large partner network, primarily with large buying groups, where if you are a preferred supplier with them, they actually have a custom ZOOMcatalog portal with catalogs and flyers from suppliers. So when you add your catalog or flyer to ZOOMcatalog, it's added to our search engine, it is made available for customization, and it's pushed through to all of our partner sites. And the last thing I'll highlight on ZOOMcatalog is our Build a Search feature, where distributors can plug our search engine into their website. So when somebody visits their site, they can then browse across those catalogs, getting your catalogs now in front of the end users, the distributors that are shopping for promotional products. Now there is more to ZOOMcatalog, but we're past our 10-minute mark. So I'm gonna switch over now and talk a little bit about Zoom Studio. We built Zoom Studio to address a common pain point we have seen across pretty much every supplier, regardless of their size. And that is, it is very challenging, expensive, and timely to create this content. Making a catalog can take months. It requires special software and design skills. So while suppliers do work hard to get their full line catalog out, many are unable to make more of those breakout catalogs that we're seeing more and more distributors ask for and more suppliers do. So what I mean by that is, rather than just having a giant catalog with everything, you have that holiday catalog, the summer catalog, the fall lookbook, or maybe you have categorical catalogs, your drinkware, your pens, your apparel. Breaking your catalog up really gives your distributors the right tools to sell your products to the right niche. So if it is something you're considering and you're unable to do it because of resources, Zoom Studio would be a great fit for you. And if you're already doing that content, Zoom Studio is still a good fit for you because it's going to empower you to make more customizable content and empower your distributors. So let's take a look. So Zoom Studio is a design tool. It is built specifically for our industry. It handles promotional product information very well, and it's built to show pricing properly. So the way you get started is, if you want to come on board with Zoom Studio, we actually will connect to your data. We have a different integration methods available depending on what you have. And once you're set up, you'll have access to what we call the team dashboard, which is what you're seeing a demo of on our screen here. In this team dashboard, when you enter, you're going to see a list of everything that is being made, by who, if it's someone on your team, if it's a distributor, how much traffic they're getting. And I can, from here, go ahead and create a new design. So I might be the marketing person on your team, a sales rep, maybe I'm somebody in the design team, but creating is really, really simple. So I'm either gonna hit create new design to start from scratch, which we'll do in a moment, or I can actually go ahead and choose a template. So as a supplier, you can fill up your template library with different lookbooks, presentations, sales decks, and more so that your team and distributors can use them as their starting point. And the beauty here is they are fully customizable. So not only can I add my logo to the footer, I can add my contact information, I can swap out products, I can alter the pricing, and I could even upload logo to be applied to all the products to make virtual samples. So I'll come back to templates, but I'm going to go ahead and make a really quick design. Now, just to give a use case, let's pretend I'm a sales rep. I got a phone call, a distributor is looking for some product suggestions, and they've sent me the end user logo. I now can jump in here and put something together for them in a matter of seconds. I don't need to wait to put the request into the design team or maybe spend some time in PowerPoint pretending like I'm a designer. I'll jump into Studio and create something here. So I'm just going to give my design a name. We have a couple settings like currency that are an option to include. Then I can choose what logo's on the footer. So because we're in a demo site, mine is the ZOOMcatalog logo, but this would be your supplier logo, and it can be replaced. So as a sales rep, I will want to upload and pop in the distributor logo here. When I upload it, it's saved to my account. I can use it again in future, so I don't have to upload it over and over again. This third step is an add-on for Zoom Studio where you can actually have the Virtuals add-on where I can apply a logo onto any products I add to the design. So this could require a whole 30-minute demo because it's super cool and there's a lot of features. So I'm going to go over it really quickly, but happy to deep dive with anybody interested in the feature. So I can go ahead and upload a new logo, and I can also choose a logo I previously uploaded. We also have some tools to remove the background from a logo and change the color. But for now, I'm going to choose this white variation I previously made of the Your Logo Here logo. And then I'm ready to get started. We've worked really hard to keep the interface super simple, super clean, and anybody, regardless of their skill level in terms of design or tech, will be able to come in here and make something that looks amazing. It was really important to us that the end output look professional, protects your brand, and makes sure that it is something a distributor is proud to then share with their customer. So I'm going to make a quick piece. I could make a whole lookbook. I could make just a simple deck or a one-page flyer. But to show the capabilities here, I'm going to make a 3-page piece with a cover. So I'm going to start by changing my page layout. So the layout is what makes it really simple to use because I'm not trying to align things or decide what goes where. I simply choose the layout for my page. In this case, I'm going to start with a cover page. So I get 3 blocks, my logo, my title, and an image. So I'll go ahead and add an image. I can upload one from my computer or use one I previously uploaded. We also have a shared library, so you as a supplier can upload all your lifestyle shots, your catalog pages, and your catalog photography for users to have access to. And then we have Unsplash, which is a library of royalty-free stock images, thousands of images that users can use completely free in their designs to enhance them. So I'm going to jump back to the shared library and I'll choose this one here and we'll give it a quick title. So I'll just call it New Products 2026. And then maybe I want to add some contact information or a little message. I'll just pop in an email address. And then I'm going to go ahead and add an additional page. So here's where I could choose to make add a spread if I was making a catalog. Instead, I'm going to add just a single page. I'm going to go ahead and pop in 4 products. So let's choose some tech items here. So I'm going to choose this remote. I wanted to stick to tech. Let's do the satellite. Do this one. Chose that one already. Let's do that one. Okay, so I'm going to hit add and that's it. So it's going to go into processing for a moment and it's going to apply that logo I chose initially onto the imprint area on each item. It's going to add all the accurate, up-to-date information and I can then make changes. So I can see that we don't have an unbranded version of this product. So let me go replace that one really quickly here. All right, I'm going to lose my tech theme just for the sake of time. I'll just choose a random bag. But you can see that logo is popped on it. Now I have some options. I can actually edit this product if I want to. I can turn off pricing, add colors. I can edit the markup on the pricing. And I can also alter the imprint area or the product itself. So you can see I have this little VS icon. Here I can choose a different logo. So rather than updating the logo on all the products, I'm going to swap it for a long logo on just this specific one. And I'm going to hit create. So that'll update the product. Or maybe I want to go in and I can reposition it to make it a little bit bigger or smaller, or even change the color. So I have those options. Now, again, we're keeping this demo really quick, so I'm not going to deep dive into all of those, but I'm going to go ahead and add one more page here, and we're going to choose the basic half and half. All right, so in this case, we'll do some apparel. So let's do this polo, and we'll find a hoodie. Pop those in. And there we go, I have my virtuals. So we'll finalize with a image. I'm going to actually change my layout here. I have a nice banner image for the side. Pop that in. All right, so now I have my piece done. It's a little bit discombobulated. I know I'm using tech and apparel, but just to give you a good idea of it, I'm going to go ahead and publish, and that's it. So I know I took longer because I'm talking through everything I'm doing, but I could have done this in under a minute and have a nice link to then share with my customer who can then share it on. It has all the virtual samples in a nice presentation. I have lifestyle shots enhancing it. And a really neat feature is that it is also interactive. So if I click on any of these products, I get an enlarged view of the virtual and I get all the additional product details. If the product comes in different colors, I'll also see all the different product images here, and I can see that pricing and so forth. I could even download this virtual sample if I wanted to pop it into a company store. So that is how Zoom Studio works. You can make catalogs and all sorts of things. I do have a couple of examples here. So this is a catalog example we made just to show you the power of Studio. This is an interactive catalog. It's also a template, which means a distributor could take this catalog, upload their customer's logo, and it'll apply to all the products in the piece. So they'll get 40 plus virtuals in a matter of seconds in a beautiful catalog that they can publish and share. So you can build out your catalogs, your flyers, your presentations, and much more, and then make them available for your sales team and distributors. Now, I do want to make sure we get to new Zoom. Time is moving quickly. So just back to the dashboard, I just wanted to highlight this feature with templates. This has been really powerful for promotional product suppliers because they're filling up their template library with templates for their sales team. So when a sales team member gets a call and is like, hey, what drinkware do you have? The sales rep can jump and just find the drinkware template, maybe customize it a little bit and send. They don't have to wait for the design team to put something together for them. So we have suppliers that will make templates for all their vertical markets. We have another supplier that has made, or a couple suppliers that have made decks by color where they have like all their blue apparel in a book. You could do a catalog of your clearance items, or even just a simple sales deck of tech items that are great for gifts, as an example. So you can build out your template library and really empower your team and make them available for distributors as well. So you can integrate Zoom Studio on your website. If you want to learn more about that, reach out. Super powerful features there where your website visitors can make presentations and lookbooks with one single click. So I think that's the fastest I've ever demoed Zoom Studio, but I do want to move on. Again, if you want a closer look at everything here, please feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to do a demo and just explain the process of getting set up and running. All right, so now for the super exciting piece, which is we have the all new Zoom catalog coming later this year. We'll have a soft launch this year and our official launch in January of 2026. But if you remember from the beginning of our session, this is the current Zoom catalog. It is getting a total overhaul. We are going to continue to offer some of our users' all-time favorite tools like searching and customizing, but we're also introducing a lot of new exciting features and functionality. Because this is a very short sneak peek, I'm going to highlight a few things, but again, if you want to see it in more in depth, please feel free to reach out. So number one, obviously we are revamping the look and feel of ZOOMcatalog. Long overdue, very exciting. It's going to be an amazing experience on desktop, mobile, tablet. No matter where somebody is on Zoom, they're going to be able to find the industry content in one place and really search, browse, share, etc. Now, you'll notice we're on the home page here. This is the search. So different from the current ZOOMcatalog, we're immediately taken in where I can now search for content. And we'll continue to have the free ZOOMcatalog where if an end user comes here, they will be able to browse the catalogs and find products. A big change that we're making is we are merging the search and customize. So on Zoom today, when I'm searching, if I find something I want to customize, I'll go over to customize and see if it has that piece available. However, now on new Zoom, no matter what, when anybody finds content and they click to view it, they will have options to both customize it or view it. So this is going to boost that visibility, the number of customizations you get. And then in addition to that, we are really overhauling the customization process. So today it is still really simple. It's 3 steps: add logo, contact information, and save. But with the new customization tools, which I don't have a preview of, distributors are going to be able to do so much more, like add their own internal links, maybe remove a page, add pop-ups and messages, and then of course add logo and contact information and so forth. So as we get a little closer to launch, we'll send some previews out about the customization tools, but it is a very exciting piece of the new ZOOMcatalog. Now, the other huge update is that since we're merging the ZOOMcatalog or the ZOOMcatalogs and the custom side, when somebody is searching, the flyers are not going to be separate from catalogs. It's going to be one search engine for everything. So this isn't quite set up yet, but just as kind of a general idea, when somebody searches, they will now continue to see the pages that match their search criteria, but this will be a combination of pages from supplier catalogs as well as the flyers that they've uploaded. So if you have flyers on ZOOMcatalog, you're going to get that boosted visibility through these changes we're making. Now, another piece that's going to be addressed is how the search results are generated. I'm just going to spend a few moments on explaining this, but today the way the search engine is generated is by us extracting the words from your catalog. So if you have Tumblr on a page, your Tumblr will come up. But we are actually going to be using AI to enhance our search results. We're going to plug into data. So when somebody searches for Tumblr, and if you have a page that has a Tumblr, but it doesn't say Tumblr, you are going to come up. This is going to make the search engine a lot more powerful. It's going to ensure a lot more visibility, ensure all your products are being found and seen, and it's going to make the results a lot more precise for distributors. It's also going to then allow us to start introducing filters where they can drill down by products that come in certain colors or price points. They'll be able to view catalogs and flyers that are available for customization, and of course, they'll be able to view by supplier. Now, every time a catalog, flyer, or page is shown in our system, your company will be displayed below it. So this Promo Pros is technically a supplier name. So this would be Sanmar, PCNA, Alpha Broder, whoever it is. And I wanted to mention this because with the new ZOOMcatalog, every supplier is also going to have their own profile page. This is just a quick example of what the profile page may look like. And on your supplier profile page, all your content will be available so they can see what catalogs, flyers, and other content you currently have available for them to use. They'll be able to search across it, customize it, and add it to collections, which I'll talk about in a moment. Now, a really exciting piece of the new profiles is that distributors will be able to follow suppliers on ZOOMcatalog. When they follow a supplier on ZOOMcatalog, they're basically opting in to get regular updates when that supplier is adding new content to ZOOMcatalog. So they'll get a digest of the new catalogs and flyers from the suppliers that they're following. And you will be able to log in as a supplier and see which distributors are engaging with and following you on our platform. Now, rest assured, if you are not being followed by distributors, you're still going to get a lot of exposure because throughout the site, we are going to be introducing different ways in which we recommend suppliers or specific content. So for example, if we see a distributor is searching for polos, we'll recommend to them other suppliers that carry polos or catalogs that have polos in them. So we're going to be putting you in front of distributors so they can discover what suppliers carry, maybe learning that you carry a specific segment of products that they didn't know about. For us, it is all about you being discovered, your visibility. So distributors will come to the central hub to find everything they need. I did touch on it, but when I am browsing through ZOOMcatalog, distributors will also be able to create custom collections. This is the build a search reimagined. So it's going to be super powerful. As a distributor, I can put different catalogs, flyers, pages, or even products into different collections that I'm creating. So some distributor might be making a collection of items because they're brainstorming for a project, or maybe they're just putting all their favorite catalogs into a collection. Perhaps they're making a collection to collaborate with their colleagues so they can actually share a collection together and look at it together and add things together, kind of like a custom Pinterest board. And these collections will be shareable, so they can actually publish their collection and send it to distributors or use it on social media or even add it to their website. So collection is going to be a really powerful way for distributors to share this content, but in groups. Rather than sending a single catalog, they might have a collection of them. And the reason this replaces the build a search is because, of course, they could build a collection with all catalogs, link that to their site, or embed it on their site to let their customers then search that collection of catalogs that they've added. And of course, the main thing that we are really excited about and that we get asked about is, like, can we see what collections we're in as a supplier? And the answer is absolutely. One of the biggest focuses we've had with this rebuild is revamping the supplier analytics and our new dashboard. And this is the start to it. There's more to come, but you're going to have visibility into your content and how users are using it in a way that we have never offered before. So today you can definitely see the critical information, like how many views, unique visitors, where the traffic is coming from, but we're expanding on that. We're going to be able to show you all your impressions, your content views, how each page in your catalog is being interacted with. If you have links in your catalog, if those links are being clicked, if distributors logged in, we'll be able to tell you which companies are viewing your content, which content is customized and by who. You'll be able to view those, jump into the distributor profile and see who they are and what they're doing with your content. So there is a lot coming with the analytics side of ZOOMcatalog. This is going to be a bit of an evolution because we have a lot of exciting ideas. But over time, we're also going to start introducing insights. So not only will you see how your catalogs are performing, but you'll be able to get more of an understanding on how they rank up with other content on our site. What is doing well, what is not, what keywords are people searching and entering into your catalogs, what flyers are working well and being customized, which aren't. And all of this information is going to help you make better decisions on what type of content to create in the future. So I am 2 minutes over. There is more to show, but I want to respect everybody's time here. So if you want your own deep dive into anything I showed today, we would love to have a one-on-one call with you. If you are not on ZOOMcatalog, we of course would love to have you on board, and now is a great time to join, so you'll be part of our big new ZOOMcatalog launch. And one other thing I did want to mention, we haven't shared this yet, but we are going to be selling a few featured placements through the site. So if anybody here is interested in learning more about those opportunities, we're starting to pull the information together, but you'll actually be able to have your featured catalog at the top of the search engine and the top of the custom side in featured collections, which will just increase your exposure and visibility throughout our launch in the beginning of 2026. So I'd like to just take a few moments to take questions. If any of you need to go, please do. We'll send out this recording, but I'm going to do a bit of Q&A now from the chat box. All right. Is there a way to limit what you showed to promotional product distributors so that end users can't see certain catalogs? That is a really awesome question. So we are going to be offering a section of Zoom where only distributors can access. So they would log in and be a verified distributor, and you will be able to push content to that part of Zoom where it wouldn't be open to end users. There's actually a lot more to that. Some really cool tools we're building for buying groups where you can actually push specific content to like Proforma or Halo. So yes, we will offer that. It is going to be a bit of an evolution. So we are having our soft launch this year, and then we're going to have a phase 2 with more features. So I don't know if that'll be part of phase 1. It might be, but if not, it will definitely be coming early next year. But that's a really great question. Some really great feedback about people enjoying Zoom and using it to distribute their flyers and their catalogs. A lot of excitement. I love all the feedback here. Somebody's asking how they become a ZOOMcatalog member. So really simple. You'll just sign up for an account on our site, and one of our account managers will reach out to you. We'll get you set up, and then you can add your content. Somebody else is asking about adding flyers. They just have their catalogs on Zoom. Also, again, just reach out to your account manager or email hello@zoomcatalog.com. We'd be happy to activate it on your account. This is a really awesome time to make sure you have all your content on Zoom, because your profile will be complete for our launch. So we're going to be obviously doing a huge push and getting everybody notified of the new Zoom. They're going to be checking it out, checking out supplier profiles. So it'll be a good time to get your profile complete and your content up there, maximize yourself in our search results. But we will be sending communications out to suppliers really soon. We're not just going to spring this on you all. We're going to be sending some emails about the features that are coming. And then when we have the official launch date, we'll let you know. We right now are just saying it's this year, but we don't have a specific date. I'm sure you all know how that is. It's a little hard with such a big platform. But we will set the date soon and let you all know. Somebody's asking how they can add their holiday catalog. So yeah, it's a great time to do that too. Just reach out to your account manager. We'll get you up and running. We're actually going to be starting a campaign we're running this year where we're doing product roundups. So any supplier that has holiday catalogs on Zoom can submit products to be part of these roundups that we're going to be sharing with distributors. So if you have a holiday catalog on Zoom and you want to be part of that, reach out. You should have gotten communication from us, but we're happy to share more. And if you add your catalog or plan to still, you can submit products as well. So just let us know. Okay, there are some other questions here. Most of them are more one-on-one questions, so we'll get back to you via email or set up a Zoom call. But thank you all so much for your time today. Really excited about new Zoom, as you probably can all hear, but we'd love to share more. So feel free to reach out to us for more of a demo. If you've joined and you're not on Zoom, let's get you on Zoom. You can be part of our rollout and our launch. But thank you all so much for your time, and we'll send a follow-up email soon. Thanks, everybody.